Testes.
Testicles 1, 2.
Testicles, wallet, and watch.
That was in Soul Plane.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Snoop Dogg.
are we recording?
Yep.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That was our intro. Snoop Dogg, are we recording?
No, it is. That's on the show.
Oh.
We started about 5 seconds before that.
Oh shit.
Before Snoop Dogg.
Oh shit. I don't even
And
know
here
what
we
were
are.
talking about.
Well, we're all right.
Yeah.
Here we are talking about
Surprise, guys!
Surprise.
We're pranking you.
Welcome.
We're pranking you guys.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about pranks.
Yeah.
This is
Prank-
Foolosophy with Marcus and Dan.
Dan.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that's big right now. It's like, well, it's not been it's not just now. It's been big. It's what was there was a show in like the late 80s, early 90s where they would it was the first one I can remember, like prank show.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called.
To me, that back then was the Jerky Boys.
Oh, that
Prank-
was the prank
phone
calls.
calls.
But I'm talking about like almost like the Impractical Jokers where they do something
Yeah.
public. There was a show and I can't remember the name of it. It was like in the late 80s, early 90s, going back that far.
Oh, like a prank.
Yeah,
In public prank show?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the first one I can remember. It was going back in
I
there.
enjoy in like any kind of messing with the public. I
Yeah.
think is always so fun.
Yeah.
There's been many shows
Yeah.
like that. I don't know what the one you're talking about is.
I can't remember. I can't remember what it was called. Fuck, man, it's gonna bother me until I Google it. But I'm not gonna worry about it. But that was the first one I can remember. And then there was the Jerky Boys. They were the godfathers of the prank call.
Yeah,
the prank call.
yeah.
And then there was, of course, it was Jackass. You know,
Yeah, Jackass was unbelievable. And the CKY, did you watch CKY
They were the
before?
predecessor to the Jackass. Right?
Yeah, it was like part of the group. I used to watch those videos because
Yeah.
I had an older sister and her friends, the guys were skaters, some of them.
Yeah.
So they were into that. They knew about that.
Yeah.
They're like, watch this. And they would do all like the Jackass type stuff.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I was young, I was like,
Was it stand for like Can't Kill Yourself, right?
Yeah.
CKY?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
They had that one song. That was, yeah, that. Yeah.
I have that in one of my playlists.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
I listen to it when I dash meals.
Or lube.
Oh yes, yeah. Speaking of fucking, So I got, I'm on different DoorDash forums, and there's a thing, and I don't know if it's
Is this like a group for Door Dashers to
to
talk,
complain and bitch and whine.
Yeah.
It's funny. Sometimes it's
I
annoying.
want to join that.
Oh, dude, it's
gotta be
it's a
great.
pain in the ass sometimes because you're like, come on, dude. It's like, really?
At least you're not. So you're bringing food or groceries or whatever it is to someone.
Yeah.
Which that's cool. I would be way more inclined to do that than to Uber, where someone's like getting in my car.
Yeah.
I don't even have a nice car, but I just don't. I wouldn't want to have strangers coming in.
Yeah.
It's such a weird feeling.
No. I don't. I barely like people I know in my car if it's
Right?
dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get
Like,
out of there.
Yeah.
You know?
It's it's strangers. That's interesting. Yeah. Because like also my thing is like I've did security for too long, so it's like I'm always on alert when I got like a stranger behind me. Oh, come on, like.
So what do the Door Dashers complain about? What's the main?
Oh, the tips first of all.
Yeah,
and then,
probably
or
primarily.
like demanding customers or customers that place an order. You're at the house and they're like, "Oh yeah, can you give me barbecue sauce?" Like, motherfucker, I'm nowhere near the restaurant.
You want me to go back?
I'm not going back. You
Tell us
a $2.50.
Tell our audience how to be a good DoorDash customer, like as someone who does Door Dashing, or you're a Door Dasher.
For me, first and foremost, besides tip or whatever.
Tip well.
That's a given.
What's a good tip? 20% and above.
Honest, I mean, my thing is DoorDash does it where we get a guaranteed pay based on the amount they ordered.
Yeah.
So and then there's like money incentives. But I mean, a decent. I mean, if they're paying out of the pocket, like at the wazoo for fucking like a delivery fee, a couple bucks is fine. But if there's people that the delivery fee is $2.
Yeah,
and they won't tip you. Like, come on, man. So I'll make it $2.50 on this order. I'll just cancel them. I'll cancel those orders.
Right? Yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem like it's worth it because it's
not with the way gas is priced right now.
That's you buy your own gas, huh?
Oh, dude, yeah. So I have declined more orders than I ever have. like because it's just like they'll want me to, if I'm crossing because Jacksonville is big for anyone listening that doesn't live here. Like Jacksonville,
Idea.
yeah,
DoorDash has an option to buy your driver a meal, where you order from the restaurant and then your driver you could buy something for them to eat. That'd be nice.
that'd be well. I've actually had it happen.
You have
I've
it?
had it, I had it once. It happened once. I had someone purchase an order. It was like a chicken wings or something like that. And they text me. They go, "Do you like?"
I
chicken
judge a person's order to go because different foods travel differently. You know,
Yeah,
there's a big discrepancy amongst.
yeah. That's another thing. It's like sometimes they'll,
Quality
like,
of food will drop.
one time I had a person order 2 milkshakes. It was like 90 degrees outside.
Yeah, I mean, go fuck yourself. What
I
do
mean,
you
come
want?
on, man. So like,
You want milk? You want like?
yeah, I tried to run the AC as much as possible, and I was like, like it was, dude. I was like, fuck, man.
Holding it to the vent.
Yeah, just not even driving. I'm driving with my legs. I'm trying to keep their fucking cookies and cream milkshake.
That's nuts.
But a thing that's happening, and I don't know if people just like so basically people will put an order out for an Uber Eats or DoorDash or Postmates or whatever.
Yeah.
Now we're venturing into supermarkets and grocery stores and convenience stores and things like Walgreens and stuff like that. And a thing that's happening is what essentially happened to me, where you don't know if they actually purchased it because they needed it or if it was just like a prank, because it's been happening with such a high frequency. So people
prank order.
yeah. So it would be like
They make you go to like some store and go shopping, and then they're like,
okay. So if you just bought like one thing of Monistat, I was like, all right, well, someone's having a rough week, that type of thing. But then it would be like one thing of Monistat, and then like all
is
this
that for
weird
cramps?
No, Monostat's for yeast infections.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's Midol
Midol, yeah.
or something B. Everything ends in a B. It's
Yeah.
like a word and then the letter B.
Yeah, no, Midol's for like period symptoms and stuff.
Oh, okay.
A lot of
Back up.
Yeah. It's a for cramps and like bloating and all those type of things. Yeah. I used to be when I worked at Walgreens, we had a mostly male staff.
Yeah.
And so I was the only one that was comfortable working in the cosmetics department. So I'm very savvy on feminine products, feminine hygiene all that stuff. Like, because I had to
know
stock
how the female body works.
I had to stock all that stuff.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
remember coming in there.
Isn't it astounding the amount of products it takes to maintain a woman?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy. It's
That seems like a prank by
by design.
by design, like a commercial.
It's the prank of God.
The prank, a commercialized
These bitches
prank.
eating those apples. I told them not to. Now we have 57 feet of fucking cotton products to use to fucking
It's like George Costanza, like, you never see a pretty woman lift anything over 3 pounds. That's
the
curse.
So I get sent to now twice now Walgreens for like just one type of thing like that. So one time I got sent to pick up a 2-pack of Clear Blue Easy pregnancy test, and
A
like,
2-pack, did you say?
a 2-pack.
Oh,
I mean, I'm like,
that's
how do you-
specific.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like it
Two
was a
people
double.
in the,
it
two
was
people in the household are pregnant, or she wants to.
No, it was 2 packs of the 2-pack, so 4.
Oh, 4.
I'm like, why? The
Oh my
fuck?
god.
How pregnant do you think you are? Like, and then today I got sent to pick up 2 sizable bottles of lube.
Yeah.
Sizable,
They're like the size of your hand.
yeah. And I got. I mean,
got-
they're not. My fingers aren't long, but I got some meat.
You got
mittens.
man hands, and
Yeah.
and
they
you
took
had
up most of my hand. I was like, somebody is either.
I mean, that was those 2 bottles. That's like 3 years of butt.
$30 worth of lube, dude.
$30.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
$15 a bottle.
Damn.
Yeah, $30 worth of lube.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, and so like
They looked like shampoo bottles.
it did. This fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like someone's gonna get a shampoo bottle shoved up in them. Like, they're just gonna lube it up just to put the other bottle in. Fucking- no, but like prank culture is like that's a thing. Suppose I've heard about where like people will prank Door Dashers just to see their reactions.
So did you? I would. That's fucked up because I mean, did you? So let's like, I would say, did you prank a lot when you're young?
Yes, I did. I see. I almost wish social media existed when I was in high school.
See, I'm glad I didn't because
To some extent, there's some
Yeah.
extent, yeah. Well, because some of the silly things I purposely wanted people to see, you
Right,
know,
yeah. There would have been a lot of
I would've
funny
went
stuff
viral.
recorded.
Like one of the things I used to do, I did this one time in the boardwalk in New Jersey, of Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Atlantic City board. I was on vacation, and I was walking with my family, and I would just do this thing where I'll go point to the top of like a random building and just be like, whoa, and just stand there and point. And I did that several times on the boardwalk in Atlantic City.
How old were you?
I was maybe 15, 16.
That's awesome.
And I was like, whoa. And at one point, I built a collection of like 40 people just like, what is he looking at? And I was like very oh my God, you know, and then once I built up what I felt was a large enough group of people, just walked away.
That's amazing. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that was like my favorite one that I did.
I have a boardwalk prank for you too.
Yeah.
Around the same age, 16, I meet a guy I went to high school. We would go to a dance.
Yeah.
That's like some girl's party, like Sweet 16.
Yeah.
And me and this guy who I didn't know, who we went to my school, we're both going after the same girl.
Oh no.
And we're both trying to dance with her and blah, 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 hitting on her and blah, blah, blah. But we're like fighting, you know, competing over her, but not fighting.
Yeah.
And then the next night, we go to another party, and we're both there, and it was like a beachfront one. There's a big boardwalk outside. Yeah. So we start talking, and we start joking around, and we were both funny, so we just got along. We hit it off immediately. So instead of going to the party and like dancing or whatever, same girl is there and everything. Yeah. We just ignored all that.
Yeah.
And we just went out to the boardwalk, and we'd strike up. We started this prank where we'd strike up a conversation with a stranger, but only one of us would do the talking. The other one would have their mouth full of water or soda, whatever whatever drink we had. But you would just nod along and act like you didn't. That wasn't happening. And then midway, about a minute into the conversation with the stranger, the person, whoever had the liquid in their mouth, would just start making like you're getting nauseous face, and then pretend you start throwing up.
What the fuck?
So you'd actually throw up liquid, so it would make the splash noise. And then the other one would just be like, oh my God, and just start panicking. And I was like, I can't stop throwing up. And the people would either laugh or get horrified, but they would leave. And we did this like 30 times in a row, and we became best friends.
You invite him over to like Thanksgiving. How'd you guys meet? Funny story.
Funny story.
You guys ever heard of the fake vomit trick?
It's a great trick, but you need two people.
Yeah, and
one person's got. Yeah, it's just a timing thing. You gotta.
The only thing I don't like now is we have too much social media, and
it's fucking annoying. Quite frankly, not everyone needs to be seen and heard.
Yeah.
You know.
The irony of us saying that on our podcast.
Yeah, no, I know. Us too, Shut us down.
Yeah, yeah, you listen here, all 12 of you. Fucking go listen to something.
Go do something else. Yeah. No, people shouldn't, We're comedians. I guess you could call this an exercise in the same shit that we do elsewhere. But
it's just an expanse of what we do. That's all it is.
But yeah, in general, I mean, I have a hard time. Like nobody cares about anybody else. Truly, like in terms of like what they do.
Yeah.
But like people will post constantly about like what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how, like, are they aware that no one like cares about this, or is it?
I think some of them are just
a delusion that people do, and it's like, or is it like?
I think they're addicted to attention. They're addicted to. Yeah, it's the same thing as like a
because it's like a dopamine hit, right?
Yeah,
like when you see likes.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
because
I fell into that trap a bunch of times. I felt, something like I felt pretty cool about a picture that got sent to me about me on stage. I'm like, I look pretty sexy in that.
Yeah.
And I would post it. And
or it's like a huge crowd, and
you're big event. But my thing now is I have to promote myself more.
Yeah.
Because I want to.
It's part of the
and
deal of being like a stand-up comedian.
so
now.
part of me loves that dopamine hit of the likes and the responses and stuff like that. But then deep down, the deep rooted seed in me is like, you're fucking disgusting. Like you attention whore, dumb fuck. Like it's such a weird contrast for me.
It's like yeah, I have a really hard time with it because I'm way more overwhelmingly like nobody cares about this, like, so not even trying in the first place.
Yeah.
But that's a bad attitude because it's also like it's like a requirement in order to be visible,
Yeah,
So
because I mean, entertainment, comedy in particular too, is what have you done for me lately? Like, yeah, cool. You got a TV credit, but what about your other one? Where's your newest one? That whole, it's so weird.
And I guess there's enough like just people who are like funny enough to be functional. Like that's what at the end of the day, it's like a venue will have a thing. It's just about getting. Like, you'll have an open mic at a place. Like, up the street, they have open mic at CBD Cafe.
Yeah.
They don't love comedy. They love a crowd of people coming in buying coffee and
that's every venue in Jacksonville.
Every venue is selling drinks and
every venue in Jacksonville would much rather have...
comedy is where... We're drink and snack vendors.
Yes, essentially. Holy shit. We're just Girl Scout cookies that tell punchlines. Oh, Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Jesus. We're just cookies.
We're just a bunch of,
fucking cookies.
A couple of Samoas.
I was one part Samoa.
Yeah. Did you prank a lot in high school?
Yeah.
Do you have any of the favorites or memories? Any cruel things?
I never did cruel. Okay, that's one thing I don't like. I don't like it. It's fun to watch when you're watching a show like Jackass, where they all know that they're fucking with each other and stuff like that.
They only hurt each other.
Yeah, I don't like. Even then, I kind of don't like it. It's funny to watch sometimes because our auditory response as humans is to laugh at that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't like when pranks are mean spirited.
Like
that. Especially when I've seen there's some prank guys that are going viral right now on TikTok, and it's like this one little Spanish kid, and like he's blown up so much that they parodied him on Saturday Night Live.
The Hello Ryan or whatever.
No. This guy is like,
I'm kidding.
Mommy Chuno.
I'm surprised I even know that.
Oh, dude, this guy will like go up to people in like grocery stores, and like whisper stuff in their ear, and then like walk away. Or he'll like, let's say you're like in Walmart, he'll go and like take a beanbag chair and just slam it on your head.
Dude, that would take a lot.
Yeah, I would destroy that dude. And there's a couple of them where
you'd want to just hip check him enough, or like something.
He got legitimately choked out on one of them.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, the dude.
That's the only one I want to watch.
No, that's the one I watched. I watched it so many times. He got put in like. The only time I ever seen that maneuver was like in a pro wrestling match. He got his like leg tied up, and then the dude came up behind him.
Was he kicking out into the front?
Oh, he was trying to put his hand out. It looked
like a flopping fish.
Oh, dude, it looked like a fucking it looked like the crippler crossface or whatever. It's like this. Oh, dude, it was so funny. I love those. Those are my favorite because the ones now, there's a lot of those guys that are doing like where they'll fucking like throw shit at people and stuff. Like, dude,
yeah, that's not.
Yeah,
that's not. You know what's funny? Someone sent me, my buddy, the one who did the vomit prank.
Yeah.
We always talk about all the funny shit we used to do.
Yeah.
And one of them was it's from Dirty Work, where Norm Macdonald tells Artie Lang to moon the movie theater line.
Yeah.
And then he stops, and he's like awkward. He's like trying to get his pants on, and he's all. Do you remember that?
No.
I don't know if you remember. So. It's that. It's they'll moon lines of people waiting outside, so it's like a movie theater.
Oh shit.
So we would do that to friends. We would be like, yell something at this person coming up.
Yeah.
And they would yell, and then we'd stop the car right next to the thing with the window open, and they get all uncomfortable.
Oh, I've seen those.
So this is like, we didn't invent this, but it's just a uncomfortable, funny thing to do to your friends. So he sent me a video of young kids doing that to their friend. Like he yells something out.
Yeah.
But we did it one time we're driving up, and it was this really, really old person, and we told our friend to, we're like, yell something at this person. So he just leans out the window and goes, "Old!" And we stopped the car. So it was just like a little old man. Oh, made me so he sent me that video of those young kids doing it, and he just wrote "old."
That's funny.
I was like,
one of the ones. This is one I'm glad social media didn't exist. We did a prank on a buddy where like we were all gonna like pull down our pants at the same time.
Yeah.
You know? And then like we're like 1, 2, 3, and he's the only one that did it. And we all just fucking. He wasn't wearing underwear. It's like,
we that's so funny. See, doing stuff like that used to be cool. I don't know if I'm sure kids still do shit like people still do shit like that.
Yeah, but they got to be on a hush hush about it because like our culture now is so.
Yeah. I used to work in a deli in high school, and we used to do a lot of pranks. We would we'd have someone from the produce department call the deli.
Yeah.
And we'd pick up the phone and then hang it up real quick.
Yeah.
And pick it back up and put it down and put it on intercom over the whole store. And then we'd tell one of like the older ladies who were like, kind of senile, who were not senile, but they're just unaware. We would be like, Teresa, the phone's for you.
Oh my God.
And she would go over the phone and she'd go, "Hello? Hello? Hello?" And it would be going out over the whole store. "Who is this? Hello?" And we're like, it was someone there. They said they was urging you. And so that was a fun prank. But one time, I went in, and it was one of my other best friends in high school worked in the deli with me.
Yeah.
And then also this older guy named Mitch, who was like a complete scumbag.
Yeah.
He used to steal from the store like every single shift.
Yeah.
He would just cut a bunch of meat and cheese and bag it up.
Yeah.
And put it in his hat, and then just put his hat on, walk out of the store. He would make really inappropriate comments about young and old women. It was so gross.
Okay, I could deal with the meat stealing, but I can't.
Yeah, I know. He was a creep.
Borderline pedophilia stuff.
He would say shit that it was gross. But one time, my buddy and Mitch were working the night shift in the deli, and I went in and I was like, I'm gonna prank them.
Yeah.
So I went in dark sweatpants and a dark hoodie, and I had the hood pulled up.
Yeah.
And I went over to I had sunglasses on too. And I went over to the middle island where they have the prepackaged meats and cheeses out in front of the deli. And they had like a metal strip so I could kind of see them in the background. They were like doing whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just going through the meat, and I took it and I started rubbing the meat and cheese, and I started moaning. And I see them like start to look up through the reflection. And then I just slam my face into the meat and cheese, and I just started rubbing back and forth and moaning, and then taking the stuff and rubbing it on me, and just
what the fuck?
And so they were like laughing, but also freaking out. So they called security.
Oh shit!
And security and the store manager came over, and they tapped me on the shoulder. And I look up and I pulled the stuff away from my face, and they're like, "Oh,
you still had salami on your face."
And they're like, "Oh, it's just Dan." Yeah, it was fun.
I got two stories. One of them was so I have this distinct memory of going to a birthday party that had a Down syndrome clown. Okay, so
intentionally,
I
had to pay extra for that.
I'm not sure. No, it wasn't intentional for sure. It was definitely hey, can we get a clown for my kid's birthday party? Who do you have available for this price? Is Dwayne? He's got Down syndrome. So,
but he's really good. He's one of our best.
He quoted a line from The Princess Bride. It was when Andre the Giant's like Fezzik was like, "Want a peanut?" Right? So he said that, and his trick was the snake in the can thing, that old gag. Well, he would go to it was a peanut can, and he'd be like, "You want a peanut?" And then the snake would come out, and he would pick up the snake, stuff it back into the peanut canister in front of everybody, and then go
Real
into
snake or fake snake?
It was like the spring-loaded
Little
cloth
spring-
snake.
yeah.
He would take the snake, put it back in the container. Like, let's say he did it to you, and then I'm sitting next to you, put it back in there, and you go, "You want a peanut?"
Wow.
For like 20 kids.
Oh my God.
There's a video,
I want to hire him.
There's a video somewhere of him because they recorded it too. And we watched it, and it was the funniest thing.
That's
I
fucking
have
great.
I have to see if that person still has it. And then the other one was I used to do this prank call at Walgreens. Basically it was based off a real call that I got.
Yeah.
It was I picked up the phone, and it was like I couldn't tell age, race, or gender. It sounded like this, like I was like, thank you for calling Walgreens, whatever. And they're like, yeah, you got nylons. And I was like, what? I'm sorry, sir, ma'am. Nylons. And okay, so long story short, it was a long call.
Sounds like
and
an Adult Swim character.
and they were asking about night lights.
Yeah.
Because their son was afraid of the dark, and he kept pissing the bed because he was afraid to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
Right? So I took that, and I made this fucking summer-long prank where I would call other Walgreens, other stores, and just be like, "You got nylons. I got my son. He's afraid of the boogie monsters. He shit in the bed." And like just going in and just hearing the person on the other end think it's a real call and be super professional and just be like, nylons. Also, you got condominiums. Like Trojan condominiums. Like just going up into
Trojan condominiums.
Going through condominiums, and just going into this thing and just hearing the person, and I'm like dying laughing because they're like, well, I think they're called condoms, and like just roll with it.
It would be funny to do say Trojan condominiums and then describe condiments, and then also condoms and also condos.
Oh my God! What do you think was the first prank?
It had to be like a caveman telling another caveman there's like food somewhere.
Oh, and he goes there and gets eaten by a saber-tooth tiger.
Like, God damn it. Yeah, the saber-tooth is
they're probably like real morbid, or like the early pranks in like the medieval times, or like, hey, guess what? You're not getting executed today. Oh, fuck you. Just kidding, chump. Just his head rolls.
The king decided to let you go.
Yeah.
Like, yee-haw, or whatever.
Yeah, and then he gets drawn and quartered, like
I did a fun prank in high school. I was in Spanish class in 11th grade, and I was bored, and the teacher said Galapagos Islands, and I just blurted out, I was born there. And she stopped, and she goes, what? And I said, yeah, I was born there. My parents were on vacation. They were going on like one last trip before I was supposed to be born. I was born about a month premature, but I have dual citizenship in the Galapagos Islands and in America. And I was like, and I'm going to use that to get into like any college I want. And I was like, and I hoped I'd visit there and blah, blah, blah. And I left it at that. And I never told anyone. And I left. Even my friend who did the vomit prank, he was in that class. And it was like, it went on for like a year. And then I told everyone at like a closing party of like a show. And they were like, what the fuck? It was just like some long-term prank,
Dude, that's actually funny, and I like that one better than the one I did. I did one when I first worked in mall security. Not first worked, I was a couple years in.
Yeah.
I went and ran with a story about me paralyzing a kid when I was, So I went. Yeah,
it's so believable.
It was. Okay, so it wasn't even when I was working mall security. They're like, "What got you into security?" Because I used to be a trainer. I was a field trainer.
Yeah.
And so I went. There was a couple new hires that for 5 or 6 months legitimately thought that I paralyzed one of my best friends in elementary school.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because they were asking me like, "What got you into doing security?" And most of the answers that they gave me was like, it's a job,
yeah.
Or I'm trying to get into be a cop or something like that. And they would ask me like, what got you into security? And I was like, because I have amends to make for. And they're like, what? I'm like, I did some bad things when I was younger. And they're like, what? And I would just go into the story about me and this kid, Daryl, playing chicken, on the monkey bars.
Yeah.
You hold on and you like grab each other with your legs.
Yeah,
and I grabbed him with my legs, and he dropped. and he just landed in such a right spot that his L7 and his L8 severed,
Oh no!
and he was paralyzed from the waist down.
Anytime you use specific vertebrae,
Yeah.
it sounds accurate.
And
know,
you
it sounds
hear the
real.
tone that I'm taking, and
Yeah.
and I had a fucking poker face, and they're smiling because I was also known for being goofy.
Yeah.
And I was like, this
Nah.
isn't. I even look at him. I'm like, no, this isn't like what. This isn't funny. This is real. So that's why I do it. So I go, and then I would go. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. And then I'll be like, all right, so right over here is where you get free cookies. And they were just like, the fuck? Did Crespo paralyze a dude? And then I wouldn't talk about it anymore. And then I would wait literally to see if, like, a couple months later, I would just, like, sit him down, be like, hey, man, remember that story I told you about with the parent? That never happened. And then they were like, what the fuck, man? I believed it for 4 fucking months. Yeah. It was
That's fun.
It's fun, kind of mean-spirited version of what you did, but yeah.
Well, that's not. I mean, it's not. You want to hear mean-spirited? And this was funny at the time. We laughed really hard, but looking back, like, I would be upset.
Yeah,
for me. But me and a buddy of mine in college, we lived in a fraternity house.
Yeah,
a frat house, and the guy who lived like on the bottom floor always hooked up with chicks. He was a good-looking dude. And so there would always be a purse left, usually, or even from people. We would always have huge parties.
Yeah.
There'd always be purses or whatever. But there was a purse left outside his room, like right near his door.
Yeah.
One time, me and one of my best friends were just up really late. It's like 4 a.m. And we're fucked up, and we're like, hey, it would be funny to take her keys and just go around the parking lot and see if we could find her car. And so
Oh my God.
we took her keys and we're clicking blah, 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 just in the parking lot that we're
Yeah.
near. And bloop, bloop, it's there. So we just took the car and, quote unquote, stole it. And we just moved it to a different parking lot.
Oh, dude, that's such a
And
funny
then
prank.
brought the keys back and put it exactly how it was, and then left. So we were just like, this will, like, her car's not gone, but this is fucked up at the same time, it's like, this is a scare.
Yeah.
And I don't know whatever happened to, like, we never
did follow.
we never said a thing. We never.
Someone's following a police
Yeah.
report. With a prank.
Someone-
Oh, dude.
yeah. So that was fun.
Me. Now, here's one. April Fool's pranks are usually very mean-spirited.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, guess what? I'm pregnant. And it's like their loved ones are like, dude, what? Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. And it's like, or, I got cancer. It's like, dude, don't fuck around with that shit. You kidding me? Like, April Fool's pranks have always been not foolish.
Yeah.
The opposite.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Just
always
dumb.
dumb, too dumb. We're having.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I like fun pranks. Pranks are always fun. But
You know what a fun prank is? Like, it's like the clown prank with the
Yeah.
flour in the water.
so, yeah, seltzer
Just a little
bottle.
bit. Now I've seen people get like where they spray people in the face, but they have like a fucking Super Soaker 2500,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's like that's
Knock
what
your contacts out.
yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah, I'm all for pranks or like public messing with people in public is always. I really love like the social dynamic in public, which has changed from fucking COVID and stuff. People are like more weary of each other.
Yeah,
which I don't like because it used to be more like you could kind of more approach everybody.
yeah. One of my favorite ones though, before we wrap, is it was a public shower prank. So
Yeah.
it was like people in a public shower. It was like at a beach or something like that, and the dude's like shampooing sand out of his hair. Well, his buddy is fucking pouring more shampoo.
Oh yeah, just a little drop
Yeah,
in.
yeah, and then it was foam up. He's like, "What the hell?" And I just thought it was so great, man.
Those are so funny. Just
Yeah.
seeing people like lose it. I guess it was like a little brother or something, but it seemed like a big brother, little brother
Yeah,
kind of deal. But yeah, that's fucking shampoo prank.
I saw one with a monkey, a trained monkey, and like the delivery driver for a pizza brought it to the house, knocks on the door, and the trained monkey opens the door, grabs the pizza, and fucking gives the dude a tip, and then shuts the door. And the guy's just like, "What the fuck just happened?" That would be my favorite delivery ever if I had that one.
Yeah. That or when they do the pizza challenge thing when they answer the door naked.
I've had that happen.
Yeah?
I've had that happen a couple times during lockdown, man. I think people just got too excited to have human contact again.
Yeah.
For like that brief time we were actually in a lockdown, so here in Florida. Yeah, it was like I had a dude answer the door with a shirt, a robe, no pants, no underwear.
Oof.
Yep, just his little pigtail right there. It's like, and the thing is, here's the worst part. He wanted a contactless delivery, so I was placing it down, and he opens the door. He got overzealous. He opens the door, and there is his cock right there in my face.
Man.
Yeah, I mean not in my face, but it was like way too close for comfort, you know.
One last DoorDash question because it gave me the option.
Yeah.
And if you can answer for people out there.
Yeah.
Do you like a drop off or do you like a hand it to the person?
As a delivery driver?
Yeah.
Love the drop off.
Drop off.
I just place it down. I take a picture. You know, I take a picture.
It's faster.
It's
right?
way quicker.
Yeah,
way
quicker. I assumed.
Also, it's less awkward. It is so fucking awkward with the whole. Especially when you have to wait for them and stuff.
Yeah.
And like some people will forget. They say, "Hand it to me." They'll have it in the instructions. Hand it to me. And I'm knocking on the door and I'm ringing the doorbell, and they're like,
"What are they doing?"
What are they doing? And then they'll answer like, "Oh, you could have left it." I'm like, "Well, you have it specifically in your instructions. Hand it to me." Because the go-to now, because even with all the COVID stuff still, is contactless delivery. From my understanding, that's the first option.
Yeah,
that's the first option.
That's what it defaults to.
Yeah. So if you say hand it to me, that means you went out of your way to put that in there. That's why I'm standing around there looking like a fucking idiot, you know. And then there was other people that forgot that they put hand it to me, and then they went to proceed to do other activities, including fuck their wife or girlfriend. In full view of me.
That's your tip.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a. I think it was a Korean food order or something. I don't remember, but it was. It said specifically, hand it to me, please. Knock or ring the doorbell if you have to. Like, so clearly they wanted me to stick around, and so I get there, and they, you know how your door.
Maybe
here?
they were into that. Yeah, my door has the thing where you could see in.
That's what theirs was.
Which I want to do something about.
Well, these people did something about it by having sex on the couch where I could see them, and I'm knocking, and maybe that was a thing. They're like, "Oh,
you're like knocking in rhythm with them."
Oh yeah, and then I hit the doorbell as they come. Yeah, ding dong, like Pavlov's orgasm.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, well. Tell us what your favorite prank is, and if not, whatever. Fuck it.
That's the best way to end this.
Yeah, but it's not cool to be dumb and prank people in mean-spirited.
Yeah.
But it is cool to be foolish.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah. And other stuff.